Okay, so for today's deep dive, I've got a spec sheet in front of me that, I mean, it is just wild. We're talking about a piece of hardware that costs, get this, $2,900.
For a little metal box.
Exactly. It looks like a simple adapter, but it's the PureLink HDMI-DOC-F. And our mission today is pretty simple.
Hmm?
Why does this thing cost as much as a used car?
Yeah, that sticker shock is real. But, the second you see the words mission critical applications in the docs, you realize this isn't for your TV.
Right, not for the living room, more like the situation room.
Hmm.
So they call it a digital signal isolator, but the phrase that really jumped out at me was perfect kill switch.
That's the key right there.
And my first thought was, okay, is this just, government spending gone crazy? Why not just unplug the cable if you need privacy?
Well, you could, but the thing is, human error is always your biggest risk, especially in, say, a SCI, a sensitive compartmented information facility.
Right, oops, isn't really an option there.
Not at all. So this box, it creates a verified physical gap. It uses an RS-232 serial command to instantly, and I mean instantly, cut both the HDMI and the analog audio.
I saw that RS-232 spec and thought, wow, that feels almost archaic for a device this expensive, but I'm guessing that's a feature, not a bug.
Oh, 100% a feature. Think about it. RS-232 has no IP address, no Wi-Fi, no network stack at all.
So you can't hack it remotely?
You can't. You have to be physically in the room with the controller. It keeps that whole control mechanism completely off the grid.
And that physical separation seems to be the big theme. The spec sheet talks about a pure fiber optic interconnection to prevent harmonic resonance.
Yeah, that sounds like something you'd read in an audiophile magazine, right?
Totally, but here it's about security,
Yeah.
preventing data leakage.
Exactly that. A normal copper cable is, well, it's a two-way street, electrically speaking. You connect a secure laptop to a regular display with a copper HDMI cable, and you've just created a ground loop.
An electrical path.
A physical electrical path. And a sophisticated attacker could, in theory, use that to sniff out data, through side-channel attacks.
Like with Tempest standards?
Precisely.
Yeah.
So by using fiber, this device converts the signal to light, sends it across, and then converts it back. There is zero electrical connection between the input and the output. It's an electrical air gap that just happens to pass video.
Okay, but my question is, whenever you do all that processing, converting to light, scrubbing signals, don't you introduce lag or like artifacts? If I'm looking at a live drone feed, I can't have jitter.
That's a great point, and that's where something called pixel reclocking comes in. The specs are pretty clear. It supports full 4K at 60 Hz with 4.4.4 chroma.
So no compression on the color.
None. The reclocking actually cleans up the signal. It realigns the digital timing so that what you see on the other side is perfectly clean, even after that whole optical conversion process.
And it isolates the audio too. I saw a 3.5mm analog port on there.
It does, yeah. Both the HDMI audio and that separate analog line. So when you hit the switch, you're not accidentally leaving a hot mic connected to a secure source.
It's just impressive that with all this going on and a DC-12V power requirement, it's still listed as plug and play and TAA compliant.
Well, the TAA compliance is the golden ticket for government work. It's a requirement for most federal contracts. And plug and play is just critical. In a crisis, nobody's installing drivers.
The more we talk about this, the less crazy that $2,900 price tag sounds. It's not really an adapter, is it? It's more like an insurance policy.
It is. It's a guaranteed, verifiable physical gap between your most sensitive information and the outside world. It's that peace of mind that when you hit off, the laws of physics are on your side.
So before we wrap up, here's a thought for you to chew on. If these mission-critical facilities need a nearly $3,000 optical air gap just to feel safe connecting a laptop to a screen, how secure are the regular old HDMI cables we all use in our own sensitive meetings?
Especially when you consider that most of them are plugged directly into networked smart TVs. I mean, maybe we shouldn't sleep so well tonight.
Something to think about. Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.
We'll catch you on the next one.